Look, everyone faces hardship, right? But what happens when life doesn't just knock you down? What happens when it completely breaks you? That's what we're going to get into today, a kind of modern Stoics guide for not just recovering, but for rebuilding yourself from the absolute ground up and coming back stronger than ever before.
So let's start with this idea. Life will break you. That's not the end. The breaking is where the rebuilding begins. Man, that just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? See, it's not about trying to avoid getting broken. That's probably impossible. It's about totally changing how you see the break itself. It's not a failure. No way. It's the starting line. It's the moment you get to find out what you're really made of.
So, where do you even begin? That's the question, right? And it can feel absolutely impossible to answer when you're in that dark place. When you feel lost and broken, the idea of starting anything is just overwhelming. But here's the thing. The answer isn't some huge, grand action. It starts with something much smaller, but way more critical. It starts with a shift inside your own head. And that shift in mindset, it starts right here, with this one powerful idea. Your struggle isn't there to break you, it's there to build you. You have to stop seeing all this pain as some kind of punishment. You've got to start seeing it for what it really is: preparation. It's like you're being forged in a fire. I mean, really think about that for a second. You think you're being punished, but you're actually being prepared. It's like the strongest souls get sent into the darkness on purpose so they can learn how to become the light. Your hardship isn't some cosmic sign that you're failing. Not at all. It is the exact thing that's building the strength you're going to need for whatever comes next. Remember that. The darkness, it doesn't last. But the strength you build inside of it, that's yours forever. You know, there's this incredible Japanese art form called kintsugi. It's where they take broken pottery and instead of throwing it away, they repair it with, get this, liquid gold. They don't try to hide the cracks. They highlight them. They make them beautiful. The piece becomes more valuable, more beautiful, not in spite of being broken, but because it was broken. Sound familiar? Yeah, this is you. And that's the whole point, isn't it? Your scars, they don't make you less. They make you more. All that pain, your history, everything you've been through, those are the golden seams in your story. They're proof of what you survived. They give you a depth, a resilience that someone who's never been broken just, well, they can't have it. They haven't earned it like you have. Okay, so once you've started to reframe your mindset, it's time to get to work, the practical stuff. How do you actually build this new, stronger version of yourself? Well, the secret is that you don't just wake up one day and magically feel confident. It doesn't work like that. You have to build it, literally, brick by brick. So let's break this down. It's a ladder. You start at the bottom. You feel like you don't have any confidence? Okay, fine. Forget confidence. Let's build some evidence that you're a capable person. Don't have any evidence? Okay, then let's build some skills that get you results. Don't have the skills? Okay, let's go back even further. You start with the one thing, the only thing anyone can control right now: discipline. I'm talking about waking up on time, hitting the gym even when you don't want to, reading a book instead of scrolling. These tiny, disciplined acts, they're the foundation. You got to pour the concrete slab of discipline before you can ever think about putting on the roof of confidence. And this is so important. How you do anything is how you do everything. This discipline, it's not just about one part of your life. It bleeds into everything. The focus you bring to a workout, that's the same focus you'll bring to building a business. The integrity you show by keeping those small promises to yourself, that's what builds the character to handle the big moments when they come. It's a total, fundamental shift in how you show up day in and day out. All right, so this brings us to the core strategy here, the big one, the 6-month disappearance. It's all about going ghost to rebuild from the ground up. And look, this isn't about running away from your problems. No, this is a strategic retreat. It's like taking your piece off the chessboard for a while, so you can come back as a queen. So what does going ghost actually look like? Well, here's the blueprints. No updates, no posts on social media. You stop explaining yourself to people who don't matter. Instead, you hit the gym. You build a business or a side hustle. You read books. You fix your mindset. You stack your money. It's all about quiet, focused work. You're not posting your PRs at the gym or your small wins. You're just putting your head down and building. Away from all the noise, away from all the judgment. And here's where the real power is. The outside world's assumption: oh, he fell off. She disappeared. Let them think it. Because your reality is something completely different. Your reality is that you're coming back a completely different person. That gap between what they think
and what you know, that's your secret weapon. While they're busy gossiping, you are quietly transforming. Because ultimately, your results will speak so much louder than words ever could. You won't need to announce your comeback. You won't have to justify your absence to anyone. When you decide to reemerge, the person you've become, the changes you've made, they'll be absolutely undeniable. The evidence you spent months building, it's going to do all the talking for you. So you did it. You put in the work. You've returned. But, and this is a hard truth, the climb never ends. The journey isn't over. This whole rebuilding process, it was just to prepare you for a whole new level of challenges. And yeah, it's gonna feel lonely sometimes. People will say you forgot where you came from, that you've changed. And you know what? They're right. You have changed. When you grow this intensely, you will outgrow people. You'll outgrow old situations. It's an unavoidable and honestly, often painful part of the process. But they don't get it because they weren't there for the climb. And that has to be okay. You just develop a thicker skin and you keep moving forward. There's an old Haitian proverb that says, behind mountains are more mountains. And I love that because it's so true. Reaching your goal, that's not the finish line. It's just a mile marker. It's a new vantage point that lets you see the next, even bigger mountain waiting for you. This journey of growth, it's infinite. And that's the exciting part. And this is the ultimate realization. People who are still at the bottom of the mountain, they'll never understand why you keep climbing. They think the whole point is just to get to the top and plant a flag. But they're missing everything. You didn't just do it for the view from the peak. You did it for the climb, for the struggle, for the growth, for the person you had to become along the way. That's the real price. So, in the end, it all boils down to this one simple choice. And it's a choice that is 100% yours to make. Your hardships can be your excuse to quit, or they can be your story. They can be the thing that made you who you are. The events themselves, the things that broke you, they don't actually define you. Your choice about what you make them mean, that's what defines you.